Good afternoon everybody and welcome to Crafty Clegs. My name is Jeanette and today I am coming to you from a very wet and windy northwest of England where I live with my husband Timothy. Today is Saturday the 28th of September 2024 and as you can see I'm in my craft room, which means I didn't go to Yarndale. I decided after a lot of umming and ahhing, should I go, shouldn't I go? Tim really wanted me to go. Tim was so sorry and sad for me that I'd missed Yarndale. But in the reality of it all, I'm still not well enough. Don't get me wrong, I'm fine. I am clear of COVID, as is Timothy. But it's just taken its toll on us. We really still, as you can hear, very chesty and yeah, very, I don't even know how to describe it. I wouldn't say lethargic because I am getting a little bit more of my energy back. But yeah, I very quickly get tired. And I just didn't think it was very fair because I was going with two other people as well, with lovely Karen from Stitches and Jacks and her daughter. And I was just really concerned that because I wasn't well, they would fret about me, which will then spoil their weekend. And I know Karen and Laura. Lauren, not Laura. I always call her Laura. I do apologise, Lauren, if you're watching. I think it's Lauren. Laura. Do you know, I'm not really sure. Oh, isn't that terrible? My brain fog has gone even worse than it was. Anyway, Karen and her lovely daughter are there. And I did have a chat with her last night. She gave me a ring. She said, is there anything that you need? And, you know, we'll be your yarn mules if you want anything. But there really isn't anything that I want, as I would imagine a lot of us crafters are the same. It's not that we want it. It's not that we need it. We want it, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, so I decided after a lot of and ahhing not to go. Now, I do still have my ticket available for tomorrow's show, and I did offer it to over on my Instagram for anybody who perhaps could use it, but had no takers. So I suppose in a way I could always go over and have a ride tomorrow, but I think it's probably best all round for me and for Tim if we just completely called it a day for this year and not worry about it. There's plenty of other yarn shows and there's always next year. Tim is feeling a lot better. Tim is, well, I won't say 100% better, but Tim is definitely about 75% better than he was. He also had a traumatic do this week at the, I don't know what you call it, like the integrated care centre is where we have to go. He had a terrible ingrowing toenail. Anyway, he's had that sorted this week, but he did think they'd give him local anaesthetic and they didn't. The podiatrist said that they don't do that unless you're in, well, I guess, different surroundings, he said. So I guess hospitals, I'm not sure, I don't know. But anyway, they didn't give local anaesthetic there. So he had his ingrowing toenail seen to without local anaesthetic. And between me and you can imagine, can't you? Oh yes, we've heard nothing since Wednesday but ingrowing toenail. But you've got to give the lad credit where credit's due. I mean, I have had a problem with my toe. I had a bit of an accident, many years back, and knocked my toe and knocked my toenail up. And I went to hospital and they tried to re-embed it. Oh, honestly, the pain was just unbearable. Anyway, that's enough of that. So I'm back. I'm feeling a lot better. Tim's feeling a lot better. And yeah, I'm back at it again. So it's going to be, again, like it was last week, a pretty quick one. I have done a little bit more crafting this week, but I have also done a lot of sleeping as well, which is, I think, is why I'm feeling a lot better. But never mind, onwards and upwards. Before we get going, I just wanted to tell you what is going to happen for Vlogtober. I have decided that I am going to do Vlogtober because I am feeling better And I love October. It's my favourite time of the year. October, November, December, January and February. I love them months. I love September, but the more into the year we go and the colder and cosy it gets, the more I enjoy it. So I am going to do Vlogtober, but what I have decided to do, and I've done this in the past and I'm going to do it again because it seems to work really well for me. Because Tim and I don't have a super duper exciting life. And so sometimes the days that we have, our lifestyle is what we love, but it's not very exciting. So I've decided that I'm going to vlog throughout October, and I'm going to upload a video on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, and then I'm going to have the weekend off. So it's basically 2 more videos a week, that's it. And of course I will be doing Vlogmas, which we will get every day. Oh, of course, I wouldn't skip any of them days for anything. So yeah, I am going to do Vlogtober, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, weekends off, and we'll see how we go. I've got something to talk about that's going to happen in October, so that might be quite nice, because we can sort of, if anybody's taking part in this thing, I'll show it you in a minute, then maybe we could all do it together. Right, so return my page. Right, first of all, I'm going to show you my finished items. Now, this one that I'm going to show you was not on my list of doing. I don't know where the idea of this come from. I don't know if I'd seen it somewhere on maybe Instagram, but I just saw it and thought, oh, I need to make one of them. And I've made one before. I've just got the picture here to show you. And it is the Flying Fairy. Now, I've shown you this before. I've made these before. If you can see where my finger is here, that's the very first one I made. And it is actually exactly the same as that. So I made one of them in the week and I thought, oh, I'd quite like to do a Halloween one. Well, I am thrilled with this. I wanted to do, if I'm honest, I wanted to sew some bronze sequins on, but I didn't have any. Now, if I get some whilst I'm on my travels next week, then I might put some on. But for now, here is my... Oh, isn't she amazing? I love her. She is no, not a Halloween. I'm not having her as a Halloween kitty. I'm just having her as an autumnal kitty, and she's going to sit on my fireplace. I am going to decorate next week for autumn, so I'm going to get all my autumnal decorations out, get my fairy lights out, get all my bunting out and things that I've made. I've got quite a lot of autumn things and Halloween things. So we'll decorate one day next week when we're podcasting for a Vlogtober, I think. And she is going to sit in pride of place. Look at them legs. I love them. She's going to sit in pride of place on my fireplace. So let me show you. She's just sat on one of these wooden plinths that I get. I get these from Hobbycraft. I think they come in a pack of, it's either 6 or 7, something like that. Really inexpensive. I think it was about £3, and they come wrapped with some twine, and they're really good for things like this. You know, if you want to like display her, like she's going to sit on my fireplace, how nice is that? I will leave a link. If I can find a link to these down below where I get them from, I will leave it for you. So this is my autumnal cat. I'll leave the link for this pattern down below as well. I have used the same as I always do, a 2.5mm crochet hook and sheepy's katona. The only thing I have done different from the pattern is the pattern doesn't give you for the cat type ears, for the pointy ears. I don't know what I did there, to be fair. I just made it up as I went along. If I can remember what I've done, I will write it down. But there's loads of patterns out there for little tiny cat ears. And I made her a ruffle. And I literally just did a chain that fitted round her neck. And then I did a treble, chain 2, turn, double treble, well, not double trebles, increases. So I did increase, treble, until it just give it this like bit of a ruffled effect. Then I give her some plaits and a little bit of a fringe here. And then she's got her legs and her arms. Ain't she lovely? And then you have to do the inside. And I can't tell you too much anyway, because it's a paid for pattern. But let me tell you, it is well worth paying the pattern. So I have just seen another one. There's loads of these around. Everybody swaps and changes them. I'm going to do one for Christmas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it all in white. I'm going to do exactly the same that I've done here, apart from a skin tone. So I'm going to do it all in white apart from a skin tone, and I'm going to do her a white hat, and I'm going to try and get Tim to make me like a halo that I can stick and it comes up, so she's got like a little halo. And then this here, I'm going to try and do it in like, do they call it eyelash yarn, this modern fancy yarn, as I'm going to do the same with the feet. But isn't she gorgeous? I love her. So yeah, I don't know why I decided that one night I was going to start making this, but I did, and I'm really pleased that I did, because I'm really, really like her, and I enjoyed making her, and she was ever so quick to make. I think I did her body and her head. You have to do the inside of her body and the outside of her body and her head. I think I did that in one night, and then the next night I did the arms and legs, the plaits. It didn't take me long at all, but yeah, really, really pleased with that. So that is the Flying Fairy. Next up, I have got a finished thing, but they're an ongoing thing, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Is you'll have all seen this before. I've shown it to you on other podcasts, and it's The Lovely World of Rika Rumi, and it's the shrooms. Can you remember me buying this? I haven't bought the book. I bought the PDF pattern from Black Sheep Wools, which I think is marvellous because it saves on, she says, as she's printed out a piece to show you, but I was going to say it saves on paper and that, but I will keep this. But now I am after one of these domes. Now there's a couple of people have told me where I can get them from. One lady said that they sell them at Hobbycraft, which, because I've been so poorly, I haven't really looked for anything like that, but now I'm getting back to my normal self. I am going to. I think I probably want the biggest dome, because I'm going to have a small assortment of different ones. I'm not going to have all these domes. I just want one on my shelf somewhere. So this is what I've been doing as well. Now, I can't remember what this mushroom is called. And I popped it on my Instagram feed last night for you to see, and I've completely forgot what it's called, but then that's nothing new from me, is it? So here is my first mushroom or shroom that I've done. And I couldn't be happier with it. Is it not just adorable? I love how I've managed to get a bend in it. I've got a little bit of modelling wire in there to hold it up and bend it. What can I tell you about it? Really, really easy to make. A quick make. I made this in a night. Did I make it in a night? Yeah. Did I? Yes, I did. I made it in a night. Well, I made it in a night, and then the morning after when I got up, now did I? Right, I'm all mixed up. I went to bed really early one night, and I did some work on an advent sweater, and I started this. So I think I got the stem done and this little bit underneath in the night, and then when I got up the next morning, I did the frill and I did the cap, and then I finished off the little bits of green. Can you see? It's just a little bit of ornamental grass, and again, really, really fun to make. I've started my next one, and what I'd quite like is maybe this one, and then I've just started this one. So I'd quite like this one, and then this one under the largest dome. And then in the book, if I can get screenshots, I'll put screenshots in somewhere for you. In the book, there's snails, leaves, I'm not sure if there's a butterfly. There's a couple of little creatures, and I'm going to make some of them and make like a little bit of an arrangement. So yeah, this is my first finished shroom, and like I said, couldn't be happier. I have used, let me show you, I didn't buy the kit. I did have quite a lot of the yarn that I needed in stock, or in stash I should say, and then the other couple of balls that I needed I got out of my Happy box that somebody had sent me. Happy is very, very similar to the Rikarumi Nilly Nilly, and so I've used some of that. But I have used, for this one, I've used, let me show you, is it focusing? The Rikarumi, this is DK 100% cotton. And what else did I use? Where is it? This, I use this for underneath the shroom here, and this ruffle here. I used the Rikarumi Nilly Nilly. Oh, it's lovely and soft. It's gorgeous. And I have just started, let me show you, this one here. Well, when I say just, I started that this morning. I haven't got very far, but this is how far I've got on that second mushroom. This is actually called Toadstool. I know that, I remember that, but I can't remember what this was called. That's so annoying. I will, like I say, I will put it on the screen. So I have used the cotton DK for that, and I'm going to use the cotton DK for the top bit, and then I will use this Nilly Nilly to do the little bits of green leaves. And then I think I'm going to make another one, but use the Nilly Nilly. I just want to get the big dome and pack it full of these fabulous mushrooms. So here is all the colours that I need. Let me just hold it. Got them all in a basket here. Like I say, I had a lot of this in my stash. And I think I had to buy about 4, maybe 3 or 4 balls of different colours, which they're not expensive. I think they're about £1.5p or £1.10p, something like that. So that is my next finished item. So really, them are the only 2 things that I've finished this week. But I have been doing a few other things. I've been doing some paper crafting, and because I want to do some paper crafting in October. So I've been preparing some of that. I mean, you can't see it, but I've got all my signatures ready to go. And yeah, I've been messing about for a couple of afternoons over there. And then the next thing I'd got prepared was Eric the polar bear. Now, I bought this. Tim and I went to Kendal. Do you know, I can't remember what month it was. Was it June? It could have been June, early July this year. Anyway, Tim took me to Kendal and I went to Cool Crafting, and I bought a couple of things from there. I bought, I actually didn't buy this then, I bought this the time before, but I bought a couple of, can't remember what it was. It wasn't, it's one of Luna Lappin's friends, but I think it's a bear. So I've got a bear to make, and I've got Eric the polar bear. Now, the reason I chose this is because my darling dad was called Eric, and when I saw it, I think because I wasn't feeling very well, and I thought, oh, what I wouldn't do now to have a cuddle with my mum and dad. You know, even at my age, I still miss my parents terribly. And then I went rooting for things to do for October, and I found that, so I thought, I'm doing my dad. So this is going to be Eric, Jeanette's dad. I don't know what I'm going to put on him yet, but I'm going to make him first. So what I've done, I've got him all prepared. I'm not going to start him till October. I've got him all prepared. So this is the pattern. Don't want to show it to you because obviously it's a paid for kit. I cut all the pattern out. It's all here. So all my pattern, I keep everything in sandwich bags like that, just so I don't lose any of them. And then I have cut out, let me be careful what I do, Eric. So here he is, he's all ready to go. We're all ready to start Eric in October. And Eric is going to be my Christmas polar bear. So these are his foot pads. Let me just show you. Those are his foot pads. This is a Liberty Toner Lawn, and that came in the kit as well. So you get that for his paws, and then you get the same one for his ears. So Eric's going to be done in October. You also get all the thread that you need, all the elastic you need, and all the pins and needles that you need. You even get, can you see that, a large doll's needles to sew arms and legs on, which I thought was really, really good. So I've got him prepared. The other thing I've got prepared, and again, I don't know what made me do this because I had no intentions. Oh, I do know what made me do this. I can't remember the name of the lady, but she is one of my followers on Instagram, and she sent me the link and said, oh, look at this. And she'd showed me a little bit of her leg that she'd made. Well, I am terrible. Jeanette sees, Jeanette has to do if she likes it. So what did Jeanette do? She went right to Etsy and purchased the pattern. Look at that. Oh my goodness, is that not just amazing? So I am going to do, which one am I doing? So I am going to do this one. Now, I had everything I needed apart from the colour for the shoes, colour for the hat, and was it something else? No, just the shoes and the hat. So I ordered it from Black Sheep, and hopefully it'll come next week. And I am going to use Sheepy's Soft Fun. So I can't start the body until it comes because I need, you can't really see it. It's not a very good picture. Can you see it? It's like a really, really rich blue. So I need that for its shoes. But I could do the blanket for the ghost because I've got the white. So I might start that, and then when, or shall I do this in October? Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself because I've got, yeah, like I'm going to do this. So October is going to be Eric and is going to be my ghost friends. I'm only doing the one, I'm just doing the middle one. So I'll do that in October as well, because thinking about it, I've got two other things I need to finish off. And let's face it, October is just around the corner. So I'm just waiting for the green and the blue to come from Black Sheep. I also ordered from Black Sheep. It's not come yet, so I can't show it to you, but the new sock yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's called Yuletide. I did want to make it, not necessarily for this Christmas, but I did want to get it. So I thought, well, while I'm putting an order in and I'm having to pay for postage and packaging, I might as well treat myself to the ball of sock wool. And I've got that in one of my cute little gnome bags. And this is from lovely Leslie of Duckpool Lane. Isn't it lovely? I got this off Leslie, a couple of years ago now. Look at all them gnomes. I love it. So that's in there. So we've got Eric, we've got the ghostly friend. Oh, I forgot to put that back. So this is the colour of the legs. Yeah, sorry. So that is the colour of the legs. So there's only about 6 stripes in that, and then the rest is this colour. So yeah, fancied doing that in October. I don't really want to take too much on in October, and I'll show you why in a minute. Right, I'll show you them in a minute. Right, let me show you what I'm working on. I'm working on the mushroom, as you've seen, but I'm actively working on my new leaf berry hat and my Advent sweaters. So I am on Advent sweater 19. When I say it like that, it doesn't sound too bad, does it? Because it's September now, and I'm going to get 19 finished this week. So then I've got another 5 to do. I'm easily going to do that for December, aren't I? Easy. I don't know why I was panicking. Right, so I am on for number 19. And as always, I'm using Sheepy Stone Wash. And I'm using, I don't know what it's called. I haven't got the ball bands. Excuse me. I am using, it's a very, very light, I don't know what you call it. It looks a little bit like sand. So light sand, I'm going to call it, and shocking pink. And this is how far I have got. Back to doing it on my circular needles, bear with me. Here we go. And this is, can you see it coming? Number 19. I'm sorry if the light isn't very good. It's quite late here. It's, believe it or not, 5:30 at night. So it's going quite dark. Well, it's not dark, but it's going very dull looking. So if the lighting's going a bit off, I do apologise. So yeah, I am doing, can you make out yet whether, I don't know if you can. I don't think you can, but that is going to say 19. I think, I'll tell you how many rounds I've got left to do before that's finished. Not a lot. You did quite a lot of plain, just stockinette stitch at the bottom. I think it was about 5 rows, and normally you do between 1 and 2. And then when you finish the pattern, you do another 4 rows. So it's quite, the pattern is quite a small section. So I am on to next. Next I'm on to round 15, and there's only 18 rounds. So another 4 rounds and I'm done with colour work. After you finished your colour work, it just flies. So yeah, that is sweater number 19. And as always, it is in my Froome Catherine Hill Christmas bag. And then, because I've been out with Tim a couple of times this week for his appointments, not that he needs me to go with him, but I just needed to get out of the house. And it was just nice. We just went for a bit of a ride yesterday. I went to my local fabric shop in Shaw, Angela's. I did put a mask on. Even though I haven't got COVID, I just thought it was polite. Because Angela does suffer with her chest every now and then. And so I just nipped to Angela's to get some linen, because I am going to get really busy next week and do some bags. I feel like it's a long time since I've done any, you know, a good amount of bags. So I just want some bags doing. So next week I'm going to do some sewing. So I went to get some linen. And then the second time we went out, I took Tim to have his toe done. Well, while I was there, I thought, what can I take that's not that difficult? And, you know, I don't have to concentrate a lot. So I thought, oh, I'll take my new leaf beret hat. I showed this to you last week. Isn't that adorable? I love that pink. I will definitely be making another one of these. In fact, I'm going to make a chunky one. I'd really like to make that one. It's very similar to the colours that I'm doing, so I don't know if I'd use them colours. And I've actually got some of these leather tags with my name on it, so whether I'll put that on or not, I don't know. And I don't know if I'm giving this as a gift or whether I'll keep it for myself. I personally think I will give it as a gift to my daughter, because it's just up her street, this kind of hat. Anyway, so the first time I went, I took my hat with me. The difficult part for me now is over. So here we are. This is how far we got. So last time I showed you my hat, I'd done what's it called, this? It's got a really fancy name. This Latvina method. So whatever that is, it's very posh, but it really works up lovely. It's a Latvia braid, that's what it is. So last time I showed it to you, I'd cast on and done the braid, and then I'd done 2 rounds of the leaf stitch. And the first time I went out, I did the 3rd leaf stitch, and then we went to the Shropodis and I did this bit. So I'm all done now. All that is finished, and I am now ready to change to my bigger needles and start doing the hat, the crown, if you, no, not, well, I don't know what you call it, the hat, the top of the hat. I'm ready now to do this bit. And I've looked at it, it's dead easy. Oops, I'm dropping the pattern, bear with me a second. Yeah, it's really, really easy to do. It's not a difficult pattern. None of it's a difficult pattern because this lady holds your hand all the way through the pattern. I would recommend this to anybody. I'll leave a link for it down below for you. So yeah, I think you have to do, I don't know how many rounds it is, I can't tell you because paid for pattern. And then you start doing your decreasing and whatnot. But yeah, it's really, really nice pattern. So yeah, I think I'm going to give, I'm having a hotter. I think I'm going to give this one to my daughter for Christmas with her socks as stocking fillers. And I think I might fancy a chunky one for myself. So yeah, I'm actively working on that, and I'm actively working on my Advents sweaters. And really, I'm trying to keep what I'm working on down, because if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen, oh, I couldn't resist. You will have seen that Serdar have brought out a new crocheted blanket for Christmas. Oh, it's absolutely fabulous. And of course, as soon as Jeanette saw it, Jeanette had to have it. And it's a Serdar pattern. I actually haven't got the pattern with me because it's a crochet along. So it comes out every week. It starts on the 16th of October. Day after my birthday. I was a bit upset that they couldn't do it on the 15th, which was my birthday. How nice would that have been to sit and crochet all day on my birthday and get a real good start on the blanket? But never mind. I'll keep 16th of October free so we can sit and crochet. Anyway, it is. Oh. Right, so it's Serdar. And it's the Christmas 2024 gingerbread crochet along. Oh, I'm sure you'll have seen it. I'm not going to take all the yarn out because I will put a picture in for you to see. These kits are available in lots of places. I bought mine from the Wool Factory. I will leave a link to them down below. I ordered it. Can't remember exactly when it was. Just say I ordered it Monday and it was here Wednesday. That quick. And I ordered it because I suppose you could have gone out and, because, you know, it gives you an introductory page on, it's a kit by, Lottie and Albert, is it? I'll put a link to her down below. And you can go on her website, you can get all the colours that you need. So you could get, you know, individual balls and buy it yourself. But if you bought the kit, it's actually quite soft. It's a bonus DK and it's a Serdar bonus DK. Now, I'm not a lover of this. I'm not going to say I am. But if you remember, I made the coronation blanket that was designed for King Charles when he was become king. And it's a beautiful blanket. I've washed it, we've used it, it's fine. So, and actually feels really soft. But I wanted to buy the kit because you got a little gift. You got two little gifts. So you got the little gingerbread. What they call these? Like labels to actually, can you see it? Stick on or sew on when you've made it. And then you actually got, which got me this is what got me thinking. You got an A4 page full of these little cards. Now, I thought these size of cards was for embroidery thread. But if you remember back in, was it 2022 when King Charles was, when was his coronation? Was it last year? No, it wasn't last year. It was the year before. So it must have been 22. Tim made me a shade card and everybody went mad for them. Well, he's made me another one. Let me show it to you. Oh, I was thrilled when he'd done this. So this is the shade card for the gingerbread cal of 2024. Oops. And it's got the blanket at the top. Oh, I love it. Now, also, I have managed to get my hands on some of these gingerbread houses progress keepers. So I'm going to do sets again in my shop. So I'm going to do one of these and one of these. Oh, aren't they lovely? They're not ready to go in the shop yet. The new wood has just arrived, and I have got about 10 of these gingerbread houses, but we've just ordered, well, yesterday we ordered some more, but unfortunately not going to be here till, I think the lady said the soonest they could get them here was Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. So these will probably be in next Friday's shop update, but aren't they lovely? I love little bits and pieces like this. So those will be in the shop. But then another lady asked me, was we doing the one that's made by Anita that Black Sheep Wools are doing? And I wasn't going to do, but I will put some of them in the shop in case anybody is interested. But it just will be the shade card like this, and Tim will do just a bit of a design. But I actually said, I posted it on my Instagram feed, and I said, has anybody spotted it? Now, I don't know if any of you will have done, but on the shade card, it gives you all the shades of the wool that we're using. And can you see the first 5 colours are our name? If you look down, CLEGG. Oh, I was thrilled. I was like a child. Tim says to me, have you noticed anything? And I'm looking, I'm thinking, oh, has he made a mistake? Because he designs all this on his computer and then he programs it into his machine, his laser printer. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, well, no, that looks nice sharp corners, nice rounded top here. And I thought, no, he hadn't spelt gingerbread wrong. And I'm looking, I said, I haven't noticed. He said the first 5 letters are our name, CLEGG. So I was thrilled with that. You know what I'm like for things like that. So yeah, I just wondered if any of you had noticed. So they will be in the shop next Friday, along with there's 2 different colourways that Black Sheep are doing, and Anita has designed it, made by Anita. So there's 2 different colourways. I think there's a traditional colour and a retro colour. We will make some of them, and I'll put them in the shop as well. So yeah, so it'll be exciting next month because we can start our crochet cal together. If anybody's doing it, please do let me know if you're doing it down below. And perhaps we can, I don't know how to do it, I'd have to have a look into it, but perhaps we can have a bit of a thread somewhere where we can all chit chat about it. I'm not sure how to do that, but I will find out if anybody's interested. So please do comment down below if you're doing it, and we can all do it together in October. Right, last, I'm just going to show you the fabrics that I've picked out for next week's update. I wanted to try and get some really nice, cosy, warm, autumnal fabrics. Now, I bought these, Tim and I went over to Colne and visited Empress Mills. They've just opened their shop again. Oh, I could have spent a fortune in there. Absolute fortune. Anyway, this is where I got them from. And this is what I'm going to be doing in next week's shop update. So there's this cutie one. Look at that with all them. So we've got mice, hedgehogs, toadstools. And then I'm going to pair it with that one. Oh, isn't that lovely? So I've got that one. Then I love this one. Again, mice, cute little mice, and I'm going to pair it with that one. This one I bought from my friend Angela at the Bobbin Patch, and this one's just really nice, cute birds and flowers, and then I'm going to pair it with that one, which will be nice. And then, oh, I love this one. I am going to pair this. I'm going to give this a linen base bottom, and then I'm going to give this some polka dot drawstrings. Aren't they lovely? So that's that. So yeah, I'm going to be busy next week, as well as podcasting. But never mind, I like to keep busy. I have done enough resting this past 2 weeks to last me a lifetime. I do not need to rest anymore. So yeah, and I have also got this that I found. Now this, I've been saving this, and I don't know why, because it's just ridiculous, isn't it? But this is a Bella and Boo fabric, and this, you can't get Bella and Boo fabric anymore. Well, I'm not saying you can't get it, but I don't know where to get it from, because you used to be able to buy it from the website and you can't now. So I'm not sure. Anyway, I have got this fab. Oh, look at that. I love it with all the animals on. So I'm thinking I might make a couple of chairside baskets with this. So yeah, that is my podcast for today. I'm sorry I haven't got anything else to show you. It's just that I have been busy this week doing things, but not like tons and tons of crafting. Now, I did say to you that I was going to do a little bit of a treat, and I didn't want to call it a giveaway because I didn't want people... I know this sounds really mean, but I'm sorry, but I have some really, really wonderful subscribers who support me and have done from day one. And I didn't want I didn't want the word, you know what I mean, on my screen so people could home in on it and subscribe or do whatever and be in with a chance. So this is why I wanted it to just be, if you'd commented, I'm going to give you a little gift. Anyway, we picked 2 winners, and the way we did it, I looked down all the comments and I just picked one, and then I give Tim the iPad and he looked down the comments and he picked another. It's just the only way I know how to do it. So I am giving away these 2 bags. This is the wonderful fabric that come from, I'll put the name of the lady on the screen. What am I like? Maggie Sarah, and you can purchase her fabrics from Spoonflower. If you go back on last week's video, you will see other prints that's in this range. Anyway, I wanted to do a giveaway, so I've got 1 each, so we've got 2 winners. So can these 2 ladies, if you're watching, please get in touch with me and I will send them in the post to you. So the first one is Elaine Draper 5267. So Elaine, congratulations. If you can just get in touch with me via email or on my Instagram account, you can send me a message there and let me know what your address is. I'll get that out to you in the post on Monday. And then the next one is the Curvy Knitter. So if you can do the same, if you can get in touch with me and leave your, give me your home address on Instagram, you can contact me via my email address, which is craftyclegs63@gmail.com. I will leave that down below. Let me have your address and I shall get that off to you as well. I will wait for a week, and then if next time I podcast, if nobody has claimed them, I'll just pick 2 more names. And that's it. Got nothing else to show you, nothing else to tell you. Don't think anyway. No, I haven't. Tim and I are being really, really naughty tonight. Now, Tim and I never do anything like this. Tim is a massive lover of cooking. We never have takeaways. We very, very rarely have fast foods, unless we've got the children and they fancy either a KFC, or sometimes we do when the girls are here. But I said to Tim, just before I started podcasting, and it's ridiculous because we bought 2 really nice pieces of steak for dinner tonight. And I said to him, I have got a terrible hankering for McDonald's fries. Now, I can't go to McDonald's and just have fries, so I'll have something like a chicken wrap and fries. But then, of course, they do what they call them, ice creams, you know. I'll have to have one of them. So Tim and I are going out when I finish podcasting, and I know it's not very healthy when you're not well, but we have been eating okay. And we're going to have a treat tonight. We're having a McDonald's. So, yeah, that's what we're going to have. How naughty is that? Anyway, never mind. So I'm going to go. I will be back. Now, I know I said that I was going to do Monday, Wednesday and Friday for Vlogtober, but because the 1st of October is Tuesday next week, I will come on Tuesday. So next week we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday. So, yeah, that's it until next Tuesday on the 1st of October when we start Vlogtober. Happy crafting, look after each other, and I'll see you then. Okay, take care. Oh, and if you're at Yarndale, have a wonderful, wonderful time. Send me pictures. Bye.